YouTube, what is going on, guys? Day one, Nate here, and yes, the long-awaited Blue Protocol Star Resonance is here. It opened in closed beta yesterday, and we were extremely lucky to be one of the selected participants, and it is extremely fun. I spent nearly my entire day yesterday playing it, even once I hit the level 20 cap, and I was locked out from the main story. I just found myself going around the world doing different things, whether it was social, whether it was bossing, whether it was fighting random monsters, whether it was checking out the trade skills. I just got really immersed in the world as a whole. And as you can see, the sun coming up in the game right now, this is one of the social aspects. Behind me, you can see that it is almost like a beach celebration, in which this was where one of the first events in the game through the story was hosted, and they walked you through kind of what to expect. And I was really surprised. For an MMO, you usually don't get too much value in the aspect of the social life within the game. They really are taking it to the next level with some of the activities and the way that they explain to you how to use certain social aspects within the game, to the housing, to the guild. Everything about it is truly thought out and truly put together, which is just something you're not used to really seeing. And when you talk about the other aspects of the game, it's also all there, from the dungeons, from the world bosses, to the gearing system feeling fluent, to the skins and the cosmetics. It's all there. And I know that people were pretty shaky on, well, what is it going to be? They saw what it was the first time around. Is it going to be better? And the answer to that is yes. It is significantly better. It is in an amazing state for a closed beta test. It is very exciting to see what this game is going to hold for the future. I am so excited about it that I am not even going to go over all of the systems in the game in this video. I am going to make videos specified in certain systems, explaining them a little bit more in depth, because I think that it's important for everybody to understand exactly how the systems work, how you should be interacting with them, and kind of what to expect and how they're going to affect your day-to-day gameplay. Now, I am going to unlock my UI here, and we are going to take a look at just some of the systems and kind of just walk them through really quick. And then, like I said, I'm going to go more in depth in these in longer videos. But going through, you can even check out the classes while you're on a specific character. Now, I heard something about at level 25, you're able to just swap characters or swap classes on a single character. I don't exactly know how that works, but I'm gonna figure it out before I release that video. But I think it's extremely cool to be able to just kind of change your class as you please and not really be penalized for it. I think that that is an awesome feature that you very rarely see, unless you're playing an MMO in which the class is based around weapons. It does not seem as if it's going to be like that. It seems like you're going to be able to basically just transfer yourself into another class and move forward from there. Something that is also super interesting is you unlock more mobility as you continue to level, whether it's air float, wall jump, wall running, dash jump. As you continue to level, more of this unlocks, in which you're able to just kind of perform different features. Like at level 18, I was able to unlock a double jump, and I'm able to just kind of jump around a little bit more fluent. And this is something that is supposed to be really in depth within the game, is the mobility systems and how you traverse the world as a whole. And that is super exciting to get into. I haven't played yet today, so I still am at the level 20 cap from yesterday, but I expect to see a lot more of those features today. The gearing, it looks very simple and very similar to what we see in a lot of other MMOs. You're going to see different gear at different levels that provide you more power. With a wearing level, you're going to be able to reforge them and enhance them and gain more attributes on them. This looks very simple to interact with and pretty normal to what we're, pretty used to in a lot of different MMOs. The skills. Now, this is very interesting. We get class skills as well as we get a talent tree. So in our class skills, we're able to just basically level up the basis of the skills. And then from there, we're going to get into this stuff here shortly. I don't want to get too deep into that quite yet. But the talent, you also have a talent tree that gives you more stamina, more agility, the light attacks that gives you special effects. And then at the bottom, you unlock expertise 2, which these will basically be like your specialty abilities that decide which side of the class you're playing. Because if you take a look, and again, we're going to dive way deeper into this into another video, there are 2 specs for each class. So there are 8 classes and 16 specs at launch. This is absolutely amazing. They all look absolutely amazing, and I wish that I had more than 3 character slots and a lot more time than 24 hours a day to spend trying out all of the classes, because they look absolutely amazing. Now, let's go back into skills. Let's take a look at battle imagines. Battle imagines are something that, to my understanding, you can craft, you can buy, and or you can roll for through the wish system. Yes, there is a gacha system, but it is not what you expect. And I will explain a little bit more on it, but I want to make a specific video again on that specific side of things, because the conversation, of course, is going to come up. Is the game pay to win? Is it pay for convenience? Is it going to be free to play friendly? All of that stuff. I want to give that enough light. But what I will touch on is I do think that there's going to be a little bit of pay to convenience. But if you're a free to play player, this is nothing to worry about. I promise. You will be completely fine playing this game as a free to play player. 100%. But these are basically a special spawn in which you can spawn them in and they battle with you for a short period of time. Now, this again goes along with your floating system and your basically your mobility. You drag slots in and you're able to basically climb around these different areas and do different things in those areas. And that is your Terra residence, which is again absolutely amazing. It is truly an all-around set of systems. As I said, it's not just, fighting bosses and not doing much else. There is a ton to do within the game. Now, we check out the mounts, and already some of the mounts are absolutely awesome looking, like the Inferno Doombane. These are truly awesome looking mounts, and I am super excited to get my hands on some of them and try them out, because they look absolutely awesome. I think something that does not get touched on enough, I know that this is an anime MMO, but it looks absolutely amazing. I am going to run to a different part of the map real quick while we continue to talk about some of the first hours of my gameplay, because I want to show you basically what you load into when you load into the server in the area. I gotta remember where it is, but I am running right into the right direction. But just as you're running through the map, you can just see how absolutely beautiful the world is, and it doesn't really slow down. It continues to look like this everywhere you go. As you look around, it is just absolutely beautiful. And at night, there is a ton of lights, and it just, again, I cannot talk enough how great the game looks as a whole. You can see again, there's people right here just dancing, and I have my chat turned off at the moment, but I'm sure that they're just talking and they're just enjoying the game and enjoying the time. It is absolutely an amazing experience that they are putting together. Now, jumping a little bit deeper in, again, the guild system, there's a full-fledged guild system, being able to, you know, basically promote and demote people. There's check-ins, there is an activity merit, special quests for guilds, participation, being able to level up certain things within your guild center. It is just, there is so much going on. There's so much of the social aspect. I can't wait. Something that I'm super excited to get into is getting into the housing system and how that works, because I've heard that that is absolutely amazing. I am so looking into that. The last thing that we're going to touch on before ending this video is the life skills. There are 8 full-fledged life skills with talents and rewards and reasons to have them, and they work together as you read through some of them. Again, I want to give all of this its own video and its own time to shine, but as you read through them, they work together, and you need certain things out of certain life skills to be able to perform other life skills. It is going to be amazing outside of just your daily grind. It is not going to be just a thing where you hop on, hop into a couple of dungeons, hop off. There is so much for you to interact with. It is awesome. Now, I said that that was going to be the last thing that I was going to touch on, but it's not, because something that is also extremely interesting that I found, that I probably sound like a broken record, but again, I am so excited about this game. I want to give it enough of its own shine. I believe it's here. Is it here? Can I look at it through here? I'm still fumbling around the menus. So give me... This is not a game problem. This is a me problem. But I will just touch on it, and like I said, I'll make a video on it. But basically, there is a trial path in which that allows DPS, tanks, and supports to go into solo gameplay and gain rewards. It is not just based on specifically DPS or, you know, and DPS only. They allow you to basically queue in as what you are, and you do a different task depending on what you are. If you're a DPS, you are to kill the boss. If you are a tank, you are to keep your people alive and kill the boss. And I believe that there's like a shielding, there's like a shielding quota that you need to make to be able to get your rewards. And then healers, it's keeping people alive while they kill the boss. So it's not everything is just geared towards DPS, which I think is super, super interesting. As you can see, there's just random chests lying around the world. But it is just an all-around super fun experience thus far. I'm looking forward to going deeper into the systems over the... I have so many videos planned now. As you can see, it is getting darker, and you can kind of see the lighting and how amazing the game looks. But yeah, we have a ton of videos coming out about Blue Protocol Star Resonance. I'm super excited for what the game holds and all of the systems, and giving it its time to shine, and spending a ton of time on stream playing it and leveling up different classes, because it truly, truly, truly is an amazing experience from the first few hours. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys found it helpful, if you guys are interested in more Blue Protocol Star Resonance videos, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe on the video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.